Hey you, this is Mauro and I'm currently doing an investigation against the job center here in Germany, Berlin. I've worked on a deep analysis which will show it to you right now how the job center is using legal strategies to delay and avoid supporting people who are in so much need of help and support at the job center. So have a look at this. This is a cycle that I've developed to show it to you. What are the strategies that the job center is using to make our lives more difficult? And because of that, a lot of people will go into homelessness. It's very difficult and challenging to overcome these obstacles. And in the past, this process did not exist. So the job center has added an extra layer of delay and bureaucracy, so people will find it really hard to get through and to get by, and also to get help, and also to find a new place to live at. And it would be very hard for them to get out of homelessness. So this is a legal research process. Basically, the first step that we all have to do when you have to move to a new place is to find a room. So we use a website. So usually we tend to do this online. And once you find a nice place, we contact a landlord and go and see the room or apartment. So the second stage is right now, which is not legal, this is illegal, let's just emphasize. So we have to go to the job center and ask the job center for their permission. Yes, so before you sign a tenancy agreement or anything, you have to ask the job center for their permission. So you go to the job center and you say, hey, I found this room and I need to ask for your permission, right? They have to give us a permission to get out of homelessness, or to get out of domestic violence, or to get out of a difficult situation. They are playing guards, so which is not legal. Basically, they are not judges. They are not making lawful decisions about who gets a housing or who rents a room or not, right? But they are playing guards right now. They are playing judges right now. They will decide if you get a room or accommodation or not. So basically, you go there and ask for their permission, and then the job center demands a new document that they're just starting to request about 10 months ago. There is a document which is a document that you have to send it to the landlord. So yeah, so even before you sign a tenancy agreement, you have to send this letter to the landlord, which makes my life and the life of people like myself in difficult situations, low income and facing domestic violence or whatever problem is, way more difficult to get out of this difficult situation, right? And so they ask for this Fragebogen Vermieter Wohnungsangebot. So basically they ask for this paper, and the paper is pretty much the same thing as a tenancy agreement, but they want a tenancy agreement and that paper on top of the tenancy agreement. So once you send this paper to the landlord, yeah, so it gets to the third stage. So you send this paper to the landlord. So the landlord sign this or may not sign this. So this is my problem. I've been talking to some landlords and they don't really like this process. And some of them are saying that the job center is not accepting their terms and conditions. And so you can see it's a massive problem. So once the landlord, if the landlord signs it, you have to send this document back to the job center. So then stage 3, we're going to stage 4. So basically, once you have this document signed by the landlord, you have to send back to the job center, and you have to wait for the job center to approve it. And this is the tricky part. So basically, at this step, the job center can take it from 2 weeks to 8 weeks to decide if you can rent this room or not. And only after that, you can get a tenancy agreement, and only after that, you can commit yourself to rent an accommodation or room or whatever. So this whole process, it's illegal, and it's very, very difficult, let not say the least impossible, to someone to effectively go through all that process. But right now I'm going to show you the actual legal way of doing it. So the lawful room search process should be easy and straightforward. So we find a room online, and you go and view the room, speak with the landlord and apply for the room, and then you sign a tenants agreement with the landlord, and you collect the agreement, and then you go to the job center and say, this is the room that I'm renting from this landlord, with all the information, size of the room, rent agreement, all the details, square meters of the place, etc. So once the job center has this paper already, the tenants agreement, there's no need for more bureaucracy. The job center should approve at the spot, say yes at the job center straight away or no. So then you don't need to go through all this bureaucracy that they are trying to do it right now. And then you just pretty much, they say yes, then you contact the landlord and say yes, you went through. So you're ready to stage 4. So 1, 2, 3, move into 4, moving into your new home, and problem fixed. So there is no need to ask for approval of the job center. It should be once at the job center, approved at the spot. You go at the job center, they say yes or no, and then at the job center they give you a confirmation letter that you can say yes to your landlord, and problem solved. So this is exposing the job center right now, because they are using illegal strategies to delay and to give an extra hidden layer of bureaucracy. So this is illegal, this is not fair, especially given the circumstances of COVID-19. We need support, we need help, and also we need urgent and immediate support. We cannot wait from 2 to 8 weeks to go through all that process, right? This is an illegal room search process. This process is full of bureaucracy and is full of illegal proceedings. And also because of that process, they will try to discriminate people like me, right? From the Black community, from the BIPOC community, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and Asians. So they will make our lives a lot more difficult than if a white, blue eyes show up at the job center. That I'm sure the process will be straightforward and easier. But yeah, I'm already having to face a lot of stigma, a lot of issues, and financially, let's put it away, let's not mention race and coming from a minority community, and I have more other things that I don't want to talk about right now. So, but just that itself classifies me as a immigrant, and it puts me in a difficult and vulnerable position, which I hate to say. I hate to be in a vulnerable position, but it is the truth, and they are using an illegal process. We have to come up with solutions to improve the system, and we cannot allow them to use illegal strategies to delay and make the process impossible for the minority communities, or pretty much for anyone. So I need your help to expose the job center. So if you have had problems with them like that, it's very important that you get in touch with us, with me, and we will create a team so we can fight injustice. But yes, so this is exactly my current problem with the job center. There are more problems which I'm going to explain in future videos, but right now this is my issue to get out of where I am right now. It is a very slow process. There is no way that I can speed up, and I have to follow all that illegal strategies which shouldn't be happening in the first place. So this is the legal lawful room search process, and thanks for watching. I will post more videos about all my issues with the job center, so stay tuned, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and see you in my next video.